Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA, the KIRK.
Hi there.
And we're looking at Zack Snyder's Justice League pitch meeting.
Woo, woo, woo.
So, Screen Rant, thank you for allowing us to do this reaction. Very, very excited about it. I enjoyed the heck out of Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was a huge surprise to myself to some degree.
You know what?
What?
I would actually be okay to watch it again.
Yes.
And that's 4 hours of my time, and I'm like,
Well,
I could.
I'm determined to watch it again once it comes out on Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray. So, all right, here we go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Justice League. Oh, you want to reboot it already? Sure, I guess enough time has passed. Nothing really matters. No, actually, I figure we could release it again, but like a different version. What do you mean? Well, see, there's like this big fan campaign online, right? And people are kind of, shaming us for how bad the 2017 cut was. Oh, that kind of hurts my feelings. I bet. And so, people really want to see what Zack Snyder wanted to do with the movie originally, Okay, so tell me about the script. What's going on in this version? Oh, well, we're gonna dive into the characters a whole lot more in this one. How are we gonna manage that? By making it 4 hours long. Oh my god. It turns out you can dedicate a lot of time to characters when your movie's the length of half a workday. That makes sense. So what's going on with Steppenwolf? Is he still after those mother box things in this movie? He is. Amazing. Anything new going on with him? Oh, well, he's much spikier now. Good. And you know how people didn't really like that he was pretty much just evil, like that was his motivation? Uh-huh. Well, in this one, he's trying to kind of prove himself to Darkseid and redeem himself for something he's done. And what's Darkseid's deal? Oh, you're gonna like this. He's pretty much just evil. That's his motivation. Perfect. And so what's going on with the Justice League? Well, we're gonna have a whole lot of Cyborg in this movie. He's practically the main character.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like he was barely in the other version. Did him and Joss Whedon not get along or something? No, they didn't. Oh, I should probably read the news more often. Sure sounds that way. So he's gonna have this big car accident scene, right? And his dad is gonna use a mother box to rebuild him. Wow. Oh, and also the Flash is gonna have this big scene involving a car accident. Okay. So we're just kind of sprinkling in some car accident scenes for everybody.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my god.
I was gonna say, it's not all car accident scenes. Aquaman gets a boat accident scene. Well, that's a completely different mode of transportation. It is. And also a bunch of women are gonna sing at him, and one of them's gonna smell one of the many sweaters he tosses away in the film. I mean, that sweater's gotta smell like fish, right? Probably smells like fish, yeah. And what about Wonder Woman? What's going on with her? Is she gonna get a plane crash or something? No. Wonder Woman, actually, hold on a second before I get to Wonder Woman. What? There we go. This is the music that's gonna play when we see Wonder Woman. Okay, I mean, sure, sounds like a great song. Perfect for the first time we see her. It's gonna play every single time.
Yes.
What? Anytime Wonder Woman does anything at all, or any of the Amazons for that matter, we're gonna play that music. Oh, do you think you might be overdoing it? Might be. Who's to say? Everyone. That's definitely too many times to play that. Well, we're gonna play it anytime she does literally anything. All right. So anyway, there's gonna be this terrorist attack at this bank, right? And these bad guys are gonna take some kids hostage and put a bomb on a timer. Oh no. And so Wonder Woman shows up, and she finds out that these bad guys don't actually have any demands at all. They just want to blow up 4 city blocks. They just have hostages to stall the police. And why even put a timer? Unclear. So then Wonder Woman throws the bomb up in the sky and blocks a bunch of bullets from the lead terrorist guy. Oh, very cool. And then as he's reloading, she explodes him out the side of the building, blows out a whole section of the thing. But she blows up part of the building she was trying to stop from exploding.
Yeah.
Why not just knock the guy out while he was reloading? Because explosions are awesome. Those children had to witness a man explode in front of them. They didn't have to see that. But explosions are awesome. That is a good point. Yeah, okay. So anyway, Batman doesn't want Steppenwolf to get the mother boxes together, because then he'll create this thing called the Unity and end the world. So he wants to get the Justice League together. A very good idea. And so Batman and Wonder Woman and Cyborg and Flash, they head into this tunnel to fight Steppenwolf and some of his parademons. Okay. And then Steppenwolf is gonna blow a hole in the tunnel, but it's right under Gotham Harbor. Uh-oh. It's pretty scary, but now that water is involved, Aquaman can join in. Is he just treading water outside the tunnel? I guess so. So now all living members
I wondered about that.
Are together. Amazing. And then there's gonna be this really nice scene between Martha Kent and Lois Lane where they're talking about their grief over Clark being dead. Oh, that is really nice. But then it's gonna turn out that it was Martian Manhunter pretending to be Martha. Okay, kind of feels like that undercuts the emotion of the last scene. Yeah, but this way we get to see Martian Manhunter. Okay, yeah, worth it. So then the Justice League's gonna realize they can use this mother box that they have to bring Superman back from the dead. Oh boy. Yeah, but he's all confused when he gets back, and he gets violent. Oh, a very confused Superman. So then Wonder Woman steps up, and she's gonna be like, Kal-El, no. Very convincing. So then Superman's gonna go on a little journey.
Very convincing.
Go hang out with Lois Lane and his mom. Oh, that's nice. And she's gonna be like, are you really you? And he's gonna be like, I'm really me, Ma. Oh, changing your name to Mima is tight. No. Never mind. Okay. And then Superman's gonna put on a frickin' black Superman costume. Why? Because. Nice. So meanwhile, the rest of the Justice League are talking, and they're like, boy, this is gonna be a tough fight. Sure. The Flash is gonna be like, Steppenwolf has probably fought hundreds of thousands of super beings, and we have to assume he's won. Yep, that's a valid point, definitely. But Batman's gonna be like, yeah, but he's never fought us. Not us united. So, a handful of super beings who just met? It doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's gonna sound very cool. That works for me. So then the Justice League's gonna head off to Russia to fight Steppenwolf. Oh boy, it's gonna be tough to take him down. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh really? Is he? Superman's gonna show up and he's gonna punch Steppenwolf so much, just so many times. Very cool. And then Aquaman stabs him and Wonder Woman cuts his head off and they all stop the mother boxes from uniting. Amazing. So then Bruce gets Martha's farm back. You know, the bank was selling it because she was way behind on payments. And so he bought the house from the bank? No, he bought the bank. Well, why didn't he just buy the house? It doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's gonna sound cool. It does sound cool. And then Batman's gonna have this huge nightmare scene. It's gonna be the end of the world. He's with Cyborg and Deathstroke. Oh, and Mira is there too, and she's gonna be like, oi, I'm gonna kill that bastard for what he did to Arthur. What, is she British? She is in this movie, yeah. Why? Unclear. Oh, okay. And then we're gonna see that the Joker is there, and he's gonna have this big argument with Batman, and then he's gonna laugh like a seagull. Sure, that may as well happen. It's gonna, and then Bruce is gonna wake up from his nightmare, and Martian Manhunter's gonna swing by and be like, hey, I'm here for any sequels you might be making. Feels a little tacked on. Yeah, tack that right on for you. So what do you think? Well, I mean, it sounds like fans really want to see all this, so sounds good to me. Great. And now we can finally close the book on Justice League and alternate versions and all that stuff. Yeah. Well.
What?
Hey everybody, Ryan here. That's me. Thanks for watching the video.
All right. I know it was used to death, but I freaking loved it, so I don't care.
I didn't even notice it, to be honest with you.
I noticed it every single time she was about to come on, or like was coming on, or was about to do something super cool. I was like, here we go. But then I am a Wonder Woman fan, so I don't mind, because she's awesome.
The thing with Aquaman being right outside the tunnel, it did seem kind of convenient. It was like, well, what? Like, I guess he was just swimming around there. The thing with Wonder Woman blowing up the building, I was like, that was kind of strange that she just used her powers to like explode him.
I did think about that because like exactly where it is in London, it's like around a bunch of really old buildings, and the building itself is probably a historic building. And here she is just like, I'm going to blow up a centuries-old building.
I suppose it was a way to explosively conclude the scene rather than just have him go, ha, lasso.
Yeah, it was a super badass scene though. I loved that whole sequence. Right. I thought it was so cool.
Watching this, I wondered if this was split. I mean, there's all this talk about like what the Justice League trilogy would have been. I thought it was just gonna be 2 movies, but in our live stream review that we shot earlier, people were like, oh no, there was gonna be 3. I'm like, all right. So if this was split up, I suppose the halfway point was when they fought Steppenwolf the first time.
Yeah.
When Aquaman showed up.
The heroes lose it all.
Yeah, before Superman even shows up. So
yeah.
I didn't even think about that as a potential, segment point. But so it just occurred to me right now. But the car accidents thing, I didn't even pick up on. Like everyone's got an accident of some kind.
Well, like everyone's got this kind of tragic backstory.
Well, it's just car accidents, because with Flash, it wasn't even a somber thing. It was just a car accident.
Oh yeah, the singing women. Initially, I was kind of like, oh, but I ended up really enjoying the scene overall, even though it was a little bit weird that she's all like, let me just smell. The music was nice, and I thought it lent itself really well to establishing the tone for the film.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least if Jason Momoa actually has a bunch of fangirls right outside of his farm that do that every time he goes home. Just like
look at me, your sweater, Mr. Momoa.
I mean, I would imagine that he's often shirtless in real life. So whatevs.
Fun times.
The thing about Martian Manhunter, what's his name?
Martian Manhunter.
Martian Hunter or something like that?
Manhunter.
He being Martha was weird for me.
It was.
Yeah, it undercut the drama of that scene quite significantly for me. I didn't like that. I didn't even think he necessarily needed, I know that's fan service, but as a film, I didn't think he was a necessary component because he didn't move the story along. He was just there.
Yeah, it was a little bit frustrating to just be like, okay, so here's Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
As a complete noob, I have no idea who
Right.
he is.
Yeah.
But he never really comes back, and they don't really explain to me why he's so cool. But I get that fan service moment for everyone who reads the comics and, you know, is a diehard DC fan. It must have been a super cool moment. But that scene was so lovely between the two of them.
Right.
You know, it wasn't really necessary.
He totally called out the thing that you called out while watching the movie, which is like, why didn't he just buy the house
Yeah.
instead of the bank? But I agree, like saying he bought the bank sounds way cooler than he bought the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, Batman had some really fun quippy lines in this as well. Like when Flash asked him, "What's your superpower?" and he's all like, "I'm rich."
Right.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
You are.
His super easy, barely an inconvenience moment in this particular pitch meeting, I don't know that I wholeheartedly agreed with because it did feel like a harrowing journey to get there because there was so much emotion up to that fight, and maybe they could have had a little bit more suspense going on in that final fight with Steppenwolf. Like they could have been more epic, but it's like it was really cool to me because there was a lot of unity in the team in order to take down Steppenwolf, and then the epic moment with Flash, the reversing time and all that stuff in order to like undo their deaths, like all that was really cool to me. So for me, it was emotional and awesome. It was just an awesome sequence, you know. So I didn't feel like it was super easy by any stretch of the imagination. It was quite harrowing. Oh, his saying that Joker had a seagull laugh.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I didn't even think about that, but it was hilarious. He laughs like a seagull. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. What does a seagull sound like?
I don't know.
It's like, I didn't even think about it. Like the way Ryan George's brain works is so hilarious. Like I didn't even consider that he sounded like a bird. Whatever, what's his name sounded like in Suicide Squad.
Jared Leto.
Like that didn't leave an impression on me that was positive at all. As I've said multiple times at this point, like the way he sounded in the nightmare sequence, I actually liked his laugh there. It was like, it felt like an older, still weird, kooky, belongs in a room full of padding kind of laugh. What Jared Leto did here for Justice League, Zack Snyder's version, I thought it was cool. It was different.
I liked it.
It didn't make me think of a bird, but now I'll think of a bird every time
I'll
I watch
it and be like, oh yeah, definitely seagulls.
But I totally agree with his take on Martian Manhunter. It's like he just didn't add anything to the movie. This was more of a thing. If there was other Justice League films from Zack Snyder, then that probably makes more sense. But that's more of a thing that you would do after the credits, right? But there was so much that Snyder was trying to pack in here for potential follow-up films that it's like, well, the after credit sequence, I don't know. There was no after credit sequence in this version. It was just all in the movie. But as I said in the live stream, I didn't care for the Lex Luthor stuff. Like I would have taken a lot of that excessive stuff out. It's like, well, just do that in the other movies. Like when you make those films, then you can have those scenes.
Right.
You know?
But there's not gonna be one, right? Unless we
I feel confident that
hashtag Snyder Cut Justice League Part 2 and 3, please.
Well, what they're saying is bring back the Snyderverse.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you, Screen Rant, for allowing us to react to this. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.